Okay, so good morning. This is the weekly VOLTHA TST meeting, and it is being recorded and will be uploaded to the broadband YouTube channel. Okay, so let's see. So we can dive right into the agenda. So there was just announcements for the meeting. We have a carryover from last week. There is a new public calendar for the TST meetings, and you can go visit the calendar here, and there's a link to this TST page just for reference. I know you can get this out of the URL, but it's handy to have it there. So announcements, there is a new broadband wiki set up. You do need a Linux Foundation, an LFID, a Linux Foundation ID to log in and access it, but this is here, if anybody would like to use it to capture notes of things. So I have an announcement from last week. We had a bit of a mishap. Someone was in cleaning up some things in AWS, and they inadvertently removed an AMI, an Amazon machine image, typo or something. I don't know, not sure what happened. Unfortunately, this AMI is actually the base image that we're using to spin up Jenkins nodes in AWS. So we're working on trying to restore this right now. But any jobs that run in Jenkins at the moment, in Jenkins Open Core, you're going to end up seeing one of two different messages. You're either going to see all nodes labeled blah, blah, blah are offline. This is for all of the different node types. It's not just for C8G. And the second one you might see is if you're the author of a patch and you submit the patch, normally that will kick off a build and testing. What you'll see either in Garrett or probably in the status email that comes back, there'll be a message that there's no build or no build triggered. That's a direct result of not having the AWS nodes available to actually do work. But like I said, we're trying to recreate the missing AMI now to get the clusters back online. Does anybody have any questions about any of this?
Judge, are the build failures when the pipeline was running, are the build failures also somehow related to this, or maybe not?
No, the build failures are completely different. This problem just manifested last week. Yeah, so it's completely unrelated to the timeouts and the end-to-end testing failures that we were seeing.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So we have an update for the VPN relocation. Back from ONF days, a colo was set up, and some of the server equipment was handling the VPN tasks. For when Jenkins jobs ran, traffic would be routed out to the Berlin lab. There's an effort underway to remove our dependency on the colo and set up a completely separate VPN because the colo will be going away at some point. The TSTs have presented to the board that we're going to need a little bit more time to do the transition. Here, I don't know if you want to mention anything with this, but the board has given us a 30-day extension to do the work, and so that's ongoing too.
Yeah, Joy, actually, there's nothing to mention. As you said, we got an extension from them. And during this extension, we need to close the colo site and see what's going on.
Unfortunately, with the clusters being offline, that's directly affected testing. So there's not a lot of work going on with the JIRA tickets. There are open code reviews if people have cycles to work on them. Let's see. Yeah, we've got quite a few of them. I think a good share of these have been reviewed though, but if people have time, if you want to go in and take a look at them.
Yeah, Joy,
Yes.
a note here. I see a lot of patches without version change, version file change. So that just a reminder to people that every edit you do, you need to change the version file and bump the version in the repo you're changing.
And if you don't, you're definitely going to see a job failure.
Yes.
If you're not familiar with the version files, if you go to docsvolta.org, there's a contributing to Volta section. And there's some docs in here for updating the version. It's basically just go into the version file and increment the version string or add a dev suffix on the end of it, whatever's appropriate. But yeah, every patch that's submitted does need to have the version file modified for all the different repositories. Let's see. Just capture that notes. So the floor is open for discussion. If anybody would like to add anything while I add this. Type today. So does anybody have anything that they'd like, anything else they would like to bring up? Wow, this is gonna be a really short meeting today. Just look through. And of course, after the AMI, since we're recreating the AMI image, we're gonna have to go, once the image is up and functional, we'll have to go in and run a few sanity checks, jobs, just to make sure that it's building the same way it was before and it was testing before. Since we have a pretty good handle on the current load of failures, the end-to-end testing failures, the timeouts, we know where the problem children are. It should be pretty easy to tell if there's any new failures appearing because of the new AMI image, but we'll deal with that when that comes up. Okay, so with that, I guess that'll be last call for any other items people would like to bring up. Okay, I guess it's going to be a really short meeting today. Okay, well, thanks for joining.
Thanks, Joy. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks.